you guys are definitely going to see just how relevant a book this is. What's going on, you guys? This is a brand new review I have for you. It is an action thriller that is actually available for pre-order right now. It's coming out March 3rd, 2017. It's called the Azrael Initiative. It is the first in the Caleb Falk series, and it was written by Hanson. This book definitely tackles a very serious, hard subject to tackle in modern books, but it's really relevant, and I think it was really a great book to read. It tackles terrorism and specifically the fight against ISIS. This topic is very touchy and very hard to get into. You have to be able to delve into the subject just the right way. With between actual terror attacks that this horrible organization continues to inflict on our world, to the horrible way that modern day America seems to be painting a broad stroke brush across the entire Muslim community. This is a great book that kind of delves into the way this war with ISIS is kind of affecting both those affected by terrorism attacks and those who are forced back in the Middle East to live under this tyrannical rule of ISIS. And it's a really, really good book. I highly recommend it. Here's a little bit about the Azrael Initiative. The book follows a young woman named Caleb Falk and her best friend and college roommate, Olivia. The two are studying at a really well-known university when a terrorist attack occurs. Through bravery and luck and just sheer cleverness, the girls are able to thwart the terror attack before anyone is hurt. After they foil a terror attack, a mysterious man in a government suit shows up offering them a position. He sees their potential to do great good, and yet they are reluctant to join. However, after another terrorist attack hits too close to home for the girls, they decide to join the Azrael Initiative. After several months of hard training, the girls are sent to Al-Raq, which is in the heart of Syria-controlled ISIS-controlled Syria. Once there, the girls are forced to blend in with the crowd and strike from the shadows at the very heart of ISIS. Their mission is very deadly because not only will they be tortured and killed if they're captured as American operatives, but the fact that they are women also adds a very delicate hint of danger, as women are subjected to horrible things in ISIS-controlled areas. The fight against ISIS gets very tough to handle once they realize that Americans and their families are not the only ones affected by terrorism. This was definitely a fascinating and interesting read, to say the least. The story did an excellent job of showing the struggle from both sides of this horrible war that's going on with terrorism. Not only are there victims left behind in the heat of horrible terrorism, but there are innocent people who are of Muslim origin who are being subjected to this horrible organization known as ISIS. It really does show that there are victims on both sides, and Muslims are not the enemy, but the terrorists themselves. The one critique I will have with this video is actually something I mentioned in a previous video, my last episode of the Writer's Corner podcast. And it's not something that I think deters from the book overall. I think the book is still very enjoyable and great to read. And I'm really excited for the next entry in the Caleb Falk series, just to let you guys know. But the book does suffer from a show versus tell writing problem. There are certain passages in the book that actually go into too much detail and make the book a little choppy to read in certain areas. Now, this is a mistake I myself have made in previous books, and it's nothing against the author himself, because the book is actually really well written and I enjoyed it thoroughly. But there are certain passages that do suffer from the show versus tell writing issue. And it's something I think a lot of authors go through at one point or another in their career. And if those little areas can be fixed, I think that the next entry in the series is going to be really, really good. Overall, this is a fun, intense, and a very important book that everyone should be able to read. It does a wonderful job of setting a complex world up that is a mirror image of our own that we are currently living in right now. There's a shocking twist ending that you guys are not going to see coming, and it makes the story that much more interesting to me with when the story can deliver a shock such as this one. The way this story ends promises way more story that needs to be told in the second book. So I hope you guys will help me and join me in pre-ordering your copy of the Azrael Initiative, March 3rd, 2017. Kay Hanson did a great job with this book, and I highly recommend you guys get your copies. There you go, guys. That was my review of the Azrael Initiative, the first in the Kayla Falk series. Hope you guys will pick up your copies of this book and pre-order it now. I will put the links for that down below. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Like this video, comment on it, favorite it, and share it. If you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button, and next to that, if you could hit the bell button, you'll get a notification every single time I upload a new video, and that would mean the world to me. My social media links are down below in the description box if you want to connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, all that fun stuff. I post all the time, so check out all those links down below. And I will see you cool people in the next video. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. And long days and pleasant nights, my friends.
So we remain to write this day, to